Right, hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be picking back up with our Beyblade series. It's been a while, so let's just remind ourselves where we got to. We had made our template, the middle part of our Beyblade, which we can use for any of our designs, and then we had circular patterned a sketch, which I think I've got here, round the outside, and for some reason mine's gone all red, but don't worry about that. And I made my design that I want to repeat around the outside, and I copied that 4 times. Just for your reference, if you do not want 4 of these designs, if you want more or less, then you can do. Um, this is a design I did where there's 2 parts, and if we jump into the sketch, um, that's what my sketch looked like, and I circular pattern that by 2. You can see we've got our 2 times instead of our default 3 times there. And because I've only got 2, I've made them a bit longer, a bit bigger, so they cover the main circumference of the Beyblade. And similarly, I've done another one with 6 points or 6 patterns. And again, I've made them smaller so I can squeeze them all in. And this is what that sketch looks like. Okay, so today we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some work on these prongs, these protrusions that we've done. Um, So I've got a picture of a Beyblade there, and as you will notice, it's got 2 of these protrusions on, one at the bottom and one at the top. And if you look closely, you should be able to see um, that these aren't level, these aren't uniform. These are actually recessed in, and these are for the stickers to go on for the real product. So what we're going to do, dead easy, we're going to start a sketch on our top face, not the top plane, but the top face of our product, which is this big flat area here. And we're going to look at the top. We're going to look at it from above. So what we're going to do is we're going to click sketch, and we're going to do something called an offset. And what this is going to do, this is this tool here, the one that looks a bit like a letter B with 2 paths on it. And this allows us to transform a current line into one that is a bit wider and will go around the outside of our shape, or a bit narrower and will come around the inside of our shape. So you'll hopefully see what's going on when I start doing this. So I'm just going to start by clicking along the outside of one of my protrusions. Um, so it's really important with the offset tool that you do it in one continuous line. If I go from that line straight to this line here, you'll see it can't do that because I've got a gap. So what we need to do is make sure, oh, that we've got the offset tool selected. We start right at the beginning. So it's going to be right in this corner. Be careful not to miss anything. So I'm going to start right in this corner. I'm going to go up, and I'm just going to follow it along, making sure I am selecting the entire curve and not missing out any small bits like this, any small flat bits. Now, again, you may see something that say offset failed. The reason for that is the shape that I'm trying to produce, it's actually not possible to make with the default 5mm setting. So all you need to do, all you can do is pull this arrow, and you're going to drag it in, and you're going to drag it into about between 1 and 1.5 mil. We're going to define that properly in a minute, but if you leave it somewhere like that, so this line that we're making is just sitting on the inside of our shape, then you should see that we're actually having a good time of it. And again, I'm just going to carry on making sure I'm not leaving out any of these small little lines. Around the corner, you'll see if it doesn't come in for a minute, just if you click a few more along, it should go in. It's just not sure where that line's going to end up. So just bear with it. Well, I've got a tiny little line there. And there we go. Now, this is pretty much all that I can do at the minute with what I want, but I'm going to add to it. I'm going to close the shape off in a second. What you want is you probably want this to be around 1.4 or 1.5 mil. And what this is going to be, this is going to be the bit that borders our sticker. So it's going to be the bit that sticks up a little bit, and it's going to just make sure that we can easily place that sticker in there. Okay, once you've done that, 1.5, I'm going to click enter, and then you will see that your mouse has that, or your cursor has that green tick on the left mouse button. You're going to just go over to the white space over here, and you're just going to click, and that's not going to confirm the sketch. It's still active, and I can still edit it, but what it is going to do is confirm the offset. So, what I'm going to do now, there's 2 ways I can really do this. I can get my circle tool, and I can put an active line in from the center of my Beyblade, my origin, to that end point, and then I can just join it up at one of the ends that's not quite connected. Now, that's fine, but what it does leave is an awful lot of space sort of down here that I'm not doing anything with at the minute. And if you look at real Beyblades, they do all sorts of fancy detailing with this, with the outlines that they've got. So I'm just going to delete that for the time being. And I'm going to just using the line tool, just come down a little bit, and just draw a bit of a, I don't know, a step or just a little bit more detail, which I can consolidate in a second with some fillets. And what I'm even going to do, I'm going to go a bit past it. So we've got that come back on that line. So what I'm going to do now is, it looks very rigid. I'm going to add some fillets. So I'm just going to grab my fillet tool. I'm not going to do that just yet. What you don't want to do is have 2 points too close together when you want to fillet them, because it will only fill it up to that point. So if I want a nice arc here, I'm going to have to do some extra work with that. But what I can do is, I've got lots of nice wide points or nodes that I can click to fillet here. I've dragged my arrow. You can see that light blue line, that's putting the fillet in. Can even probably put that in here, here. Not quite there. I can come back and do that in a second. But once I've done that, yeah, let's come back and do that now. So a nice wide arc. And then I've still got a few sharp bits. So 1, 2. Maybe I want those a bit narrower. Will I get this? Not quite. Let's see if I can get this in. So I'm just going to shrink this with the rest of them. That'll do. And finally, this one. You'll notice that the narrower angles where I've got lines joining at narrow angles, if you put a fillet on them, it will fillet them quite drastically, because if you wanting to get this corner down by 1 mil, it's going to go a long way in. Whereas if you've got a wider corner, that's already shallow enough that it can easily put that curve in there. Don't know if I explained that really well. Hopefully, just by the visuals, you can see how that works. Right, again, when my fillets are confirmed, I want to just click off it. And there we go. There's my shape. All I need to do now is grab my circular pattern tool at the top. I can either select all these lines individually, because I've got loads and loads of lines. I'm just going to click and drag around the whole active sketch. And you will see that this patterns it by default of 3 times. Now, what you need to do is go in there and find where it says 3 times, as it will do. Just bear in mind, one thing I should have probably said earlier, I'm not clicking this tick yet. This is all whilst this sketch is still active, and I can still do things to it. So if I go in and grab that 3, careful, you'll see the crosshairs come over it. And I'm just going to drag that out so it's easy for me to deal with. And I've got 4 protrusions. I want to pattern it 4 times. So I'm going to double click, press 4. And then again, you'll see this green tick mouse cursor come up on my arrow. I'm just going to move away from my sketch and click once on the left arrow key. Bear with it a minute. And you'll see that confirms that sketch all over that design. And now I've got 4 closed active shapes. What I can do, I can press my extrude, I can click remove, and I can remove that by between 0.5 and 1 mil. And that's just going to cut into our shape a little bit, leaving our lip round the edge. I'm going to let you figure out with what looks best. This is what 1 mil looks like. You see it goes in quite a lot. Maybe that looks a bit better. But there, you have got your little recess for the stickers, and you can play about with the shape. This is entirely up to you what this looks like, or what sort of border you leave around that edge, or whether you want to fill in some details around some stickers around here with maybe some oval shapes. But that is what you're aiming to. What you can even do now is grab your fillet tool, and because it's not going to be a perfect sharp edge, maybe you want a fillet of 0.3, 0.2, The reason it's not liking it with this is I've got some quite sharp corners in here where it's not able to do it. And sometimes it does work if you just play around with the position of it. For some reason, it's not doing that with this. Hopefully, you've got better luck there. But we're almost done. I've just got one more thing to do. So, usually, when you've got your stickers on these protrusions, there's more than one sticker, or there's more than one section, or more than one level. So, all you're going to do is you're going to click on this top face again, press N to normalize yourself to it. And you're going to click one of these to work on now. So I'm going to select this one. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put a small, in fact, I can even do this with a rectangle tool. No, I'm going to do it with a line tool. So I'm just going to split this into 3 sections. So split this one, pull this recess into 3 sections just with a polygon. So that it looks something like this. And all this is going to enable me to is put a little barrier here. So I've actually got 2 different sections. Circular pattern tool, highlight everything I've done there, change the 3 to a 4. And you'll see that appears in the same place on every one of my sketches. Click on the outside to confirm the circular pattern. And then I'm just going to extrude. I'm going to extrude that by 1 mil. And hopefully that is going to, I'm going to make sure it goes down. Maybe 1.5 if you've got a little bit extra, but what you need to make sure is that you can see that shadow, it goes into the shape we've just made. And now you've got 2 little sections on each piece. I'll tell you what you can even do. I've not thought about this, but if you want to maintain this ridge on the top, if you put a second, so all I've done there is I've just double clicked on the extrude so I can edit where I've actually extruded that down. If you click second end position there and you type something like 0.5 and you click the opposite way arrow, you will see that you actually get a bit more detailing come up on the surface. So this shape, you've actually extruded it down by 1.5 mil and then up by a 0.5 mil in the same operation. And then what you can do is you can go around and you can put your 0.5 fillet on that. That should work, just so it looks a bit nicer and not as harsh. And the key with Beyblades is there's an awful lot of detail on a lot of them. Detail that you don't even notice until you look closely. That's what I found out when I first started modelling them. But what you're going to do now is you're going to have a play about with that, see what shapes you can make, see how many protrusions you've got to start with. Maybe you want to do it on a 6 or an 8 or just one with 2. The good thing about the 2s is you can get lots of little bits, like you've got this sort of cutting, and you can do a lot more detail on each little bit. But have a go with that and see where we get to. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how we're going to put details underneath this ring. So I hope that's helpful. I'll hopefully release the next video sooner than this came out. But enjoy. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.